Hey guys, welcome back to Warframe. Just wanted to talk about a few changes that happened in update or hotfix 21.3.1. The first of being is the Tenora's magazine has been increased to 150, which is good because it usually takes about 35 or 40 rounds to be able to reach the maximum accuracy. So normally before, by the time you reach the full accuracy, which is right now, you'd run out of ammo right about here. Right about there. So you wouldn't have very much time to actually take advantage of the high accuracy this thing has when it is fully charged. Which also means that magazine mods that increase the magazine size are more effective. So my old build, where is it? Right here. Oh, I guess I must have switched it out. Well, I had an old build with Tainted Mag, which increases it to 249, which is really nice. It basically feels like it fires forever. So it's pretty good now. And another change they made is now when you have the dual wielding with the Orpheus, it actually does the special attack without you having to channel it, which is really nice. It actually makes the Orpheus pretty good for a dual wield now. Because you can just attack an enemy and then it goes above their head. Plus with the dual wield, if you launch it when it's blue, it gains double damage, so that's even better. They increased the magazine size of the Act Bronco Prime to 8, which makes sense because the normal has 4. But they did lower the fire rate, but with Lethal Torrent it already fires about as fast as you can click anyway, which is this much. So, I mean, it's fine as it is. But now you actually have 8 rounds, which is really nice. Similar to the Panthera buff where it was upgraded to 10 because it was automatic. Now there's actually been a buff to the Javlok as well as changes to the Scourge, Ferox, and the Javlok. This is with heavy caliber now. It doesn't go all over the place wildly. It is still fairly inaccurate, but before, if I fired from here, bullets could go in a wide area like this, so they've basically reduced the penalty, so it's still viable if you want to use heavy caliber. I still wouldn't recommend it, but you can. And another change to the Javlok, which can be it can be considered a nerf or a buff depending on the way you look at it. The thrown attack now uses ammo, and it says here it consumes ammo and AoE damage is increased by 20% per round in the mag when thrown, which means if you want to maximize the thrown AoE damage of this weapon, you're going to want to increase the magazine size and the reload speed, because when you throw it and you let it explode, it will use up all the ammunition in the magazine. So when you pick it up, you're forced to reload the weapon. So this is the new updated build that I've came up with just corrosive damage. I'd put another form on to max it, probably a dash polarity for either the primed fast hands or tainted mag, especially if you have this maxed. But now what happens? They've also changed it so it's similar to the new bow, where you throw it and then it shows that orange area where it's going to explode. If you see, and then it reloads. If you pick it up before it explodes, it won't use any ammo. So if you're up real close with enemies, I don't know why you would, because you could still kill yourself when it explodes, but you can still whack enemies before it explodes. But so it increases the damage based on how much was left in the magazine. So if we go here, let's go against an enemy that doesn't have any armor at all with an ancient healer. And first of all, we're going to shoot off all our rounds except for one, and then we're going to notice the damage. Keeping in mind there is still this delay. It dealt 10,000 on a crit. So, assuming I get a crit this time. Now it dealt 26,000. So it basically doubled the damage because I had 10 extra rounds in the magazine, which basically adds up to 200% more damage. So the more, you could actually swap out. If you wanted to deal the maximum damage possible, I recommend swapping out maybe even the dual stats for less status and just go with magazine increasing mods. So wildfire is what I meant. So you could put wildfire on for an additional 1 mag, so that's another 20% damage, plus you're getting the heat damage as well. It is kind of a balancing act between, because if you have the dual stats on, you're obviously going to be dealing more damage than with wildfire. But then I probably put a forma, and then you could stick on the, it's kind of crappy, but you can stick on the magazine warp for an additional 2. So you'd actually gain 30% more damage with wildfire and magazine warp. It's interesting. I'll probably do more tests on it later. I am going to showcase this build in a proper video later on. But basically, that's the changes to the Javlok. Oh, and they also removed the ability to use Adhesive Blast on the Javlok and the Scourge, but the weapon, or the mod, was pretty useless anyways, because ever since D kind of fucked it up, so it doesn't actually work like it used to. So that doesn't actually really matter. So yeah, that's the changes with the latest hotfix. So yeah, thanks for watching.